Welcome to Habitat for Humanity, a Greater Lowell's company team building and corporate engagement video. Hi, my name is Kim Trainer. I'm the development director, and I'm excited to introduce you to three amazing companies and volunteers. Please join us today as we hear firsthand from NetScout, Wells Fargo, and Cisco, and we hope that their stories inspire you to partner with us as well. The mission of Habitat for Humanity is to build strength, stability, and self-reliance through shelter. Together, with the support of our corporate partners, we can eliminate poverty at housing, and together we will achieve that goal. A corporate partnership with Habitat for Humanity can give your business or organization a way to highlight your social responsibility strategy clearly and concisely, while helping build a world where everyone has a decent place to live. Create a meaningful relationship with impact, history, and brand value that Habitat for Humanity represents, and make your company stand out with your customers, vendors, employees, peers, and business partners. Our community partners do more than help build homes. Your employees will help Habitat for Humanity provide a hand up, not a handout, and help build a better future for new Habitat families. They are providing a brighter future in partnership with local families and entire communities. Learn more about company team building and corporate engagement firsthand from NetScout, Wells Fargo, and Cisco.
Hi, I'm Karen Mccloskey. I work at NetScout and I head up our corporate giving and global community involvement programs. I first met Habitat of Greater Lowell probably 10 or so years ago as we were rolling out our Heart of Giving programs, and we were looking for volunteer opportunities. We started with one bill day in 2011, and over the years we've sponsored 5 homes, including their 50th, which is a big deal, and we're really happy to be part of that milestone. Obviously, over the years, a lot of things change, particularly around community involvement. And what we've seen is that these programs are no longer a nice to have. They're now expected. Our stakeholders expect us to be actively supporting our communities and in a meaningful way. Corporate social responsibility and ESG initiatives, environmental, social, and governance programs, are becoming more frontline, more important, and more formalized, even for smaller and mid-sized companies like ours. So a sponsorship with Habitat is important, and it can be a cornerstone for philanthropy and community involvement. So what I'll share today is just a couple points on how we became a sponsor and then why we continue to be a sponsor. So our first bill day, we went out, there was 5 or 6 of us, we were in Bedford, and we had a great day. And shortly after that, we were invited to Habitat's office in Westford. And there we learned and really got a better understanding of the scope of their programs, the different things they do, not just home ownership, but things like critical care, helping veterans and elderly and disabled people with their homes, and all the different towns that they served. And we also talked about our giving priorities and some of our focus areas. And as a leader for corporate giving, you really start to see how this sponsorship can really ramp up your community involvement and build some momentum for volunteering. And as part of that, we talked about a home sponsorship opportunity. And of course, I'm excited about it, but it was a big commitment for us. I'm not going to go into all the details, but there were a lot of questions, and they were important ones for us to answer. So we talked through the commitment and what it meant. Habitat did something that I appreciated. They introduced me to other corporate sponsors, and I had the opportunity to ask them how they handled certain aspects of the program and what benefits they got out of sponsorship. And that was really helpful to us to develop an approach and a program that we could implement here at NetScout. And so it all came together. We became a home sponsor for the first time. And I remember the groundbreaking in Lowell. It was on Rock Street. It was one of those gorgeous fall days, and we had brought a team of volunteers, and our executives were there as well. And the thing that hits you at that groundbreaking is all the other people that are there. There were community leaders. I think the mayor was there, Habitat staff, partners, and all these people had worked so hard just to get the shovel in the ground. And now we got to be part of that. and part of that impact. And so once we had that firsthand experience and we saw the employee engagement and the community impact, those other sponsorships got a little bit easier. So we've done now 5, which is very exciting. And the reasons we keep becoming a sponsor and that we keep this relationship going, I can kind of put into 3 buckets. It's a good sponsor experience, it's a good employee experience, and it helps us build connections in the community. So as a sponsor, obviously we have the relationship with Habitat, and they understand our priorities and our focus areas, and they bring us opportunities that fit. They don't ask us for everything. They don't keep knocking on the door. They make sure our priorities are aligned. They also keep us informed on what they're doing and the impact our sponsorship is having in the community. And they also share their outlook and their plan, which is really helpful because then we can understand where they're headed and where we might be able to plug in and continue to support their activities and the mission. We also support them in other ways. Some of our colleagues or some of my colleagues have served as board members for Habitat. And even if we don't have an active home sponsorship, we've done things like sponsor events in our office and host activities and programs for Habitat. We've donated office equipment. We've done all sorts of things, and it's a way to keep that relationship going. The other thing that's important as a sponsor is the employee experience and how important that is. And I'm not going to go into lots of details because you'll hear from others about that, but you can tell everyone at Habitat works to make it a meaningful experience for the employees, and they appreciate that. And the other part that's important to us as a sponsor is the community connections. This is a really great way for us to get to know the community and for the community to get to know us and our people and a little bit about what we do. And that happens through a number of different ways. I mentioned the board service for some of our employees. They also invite us to other local programs. And through there, you meet other sponsors and you have the opportunity to share ideas and learn what they're doing and hear about some of their community initiatives, which is really helpful. And I can't not mention the gala, which is a fun way for everyone to come together. And again, you see all the sponsors, all the volunteers, the community members, and importantly, you hear from the partner families. They share their stories and why this home has been a life-changing experience for them. And that sort of wraps up the whole impact and the importance of these programs with Habitat. And so it's a way to be visible in the community, which we appreciate. So through our partnership with Habitat of Greater Lowell, we can support our communities where we work and live. We can help meet our CSR goals, and we have opportunities for employee involvement. This relationship has been our longest running community impact project. So proud to partner with Habitat over all these years. And I hope our experience may resonate with you and look forward to seeing you on the build site.
Hi, my name's Pamela Jaques. I'm the AVP of Corporate Marketing here at NetScout. And I'm excited to say I've been on the board of Habitat of Greater Lowell for about 3 years. Being on the board has really allowed me and NetScout as an organization to support Habitat in many other ways outside of building homes. I've been able to bring in my experience in marketing to help the organization through everything from turning our live gala into a virtual gala, as well as other marketing opportunities that will help us grow in fundraising and gaining volunteers. It's been a wonderful experience from that perspective, as well as meeting a number of other people on the board and building those personal relationships. Meet people from all different walks of life and all different types of companies, small businesses to larger corporations like NetScout. And we all come together with this focus of how can we better support Habitat of Greater Lowell to meet our goals and objectives and deliver on the mission of Habitat.
I'm Katherine Jenkins, and I work for NetScout Systems, and I've been volunteering for Habitat for years. The first time I got an email saying we have an opportunity to volunteer for Habitat, I was so excited. I like doing construction stuff, and it was a day of doing something different than my normal job. And since then, I've volunteered for Habitat every year. I look forward to the emails coming out, and I'm one of the first people to sign up as soon as the email shows up. I get to meet other people in the company. I've gotten to know quite well other people that I never would have met in my daily job. It's a really exciting opportunity. It's fun. I get to do something that's worthwhile for somebody else. It's just a really great experience.
Habitat for Humanity. For me, it has been a journey like no other. I remember signing up for a paint-a-thon with my company, Wells Fargo, back in 2008. I didn't know what to expect. I was excited to have the opportunity that Wells afforded me to spend the day with friends from my organization giving back to the Phoenix community. And on that day, I learned to paint a house, I made new friends, and I started on a new path of philanthropy that I found tremendous value and passion in that I truly never knew I had. I participated in many builds in Arizona before moving to Massachusetts in 2011. And when I got here, I immediately recognized a hole. Working from home, I didn't have the same connections that I had when I was working in an office back in Phoenix. Luckily, Wells Fargo made it easy to sign up for volunteer events, and I found one with Habitat for Humanity of North Shore, not realizing, of course, that there was a Habitat for Humanity of Greater Lowell right here in my hometown. I had the luck of meeting the director of development through my son's lacrosse and discovered that a local chapter of Wells Fargo Advisors at the time, Robbins Farley, was also looking to set up build days for their team, and they weren't sure how to get started. After meeting with Habitat for Humanity of Greater Lowell, I uncovered an opportunity to request a grant for a build day through Wells Fargo's Team Member Volunteer Program, which provided financial support to nonprofit organizations when our team members, help build, renovate, paint, or repair a home for low to moderate income home buyers or homeowners. I am grateful to work for a company that allows me to volunteer my time, and that in doing so, I'm able to be a part of making the dream of home ownership a reality for a deserving family. It's also helped me connect with other team members locally that I wouldn't have otherwise connected with. So really, it's a win-win. After spinning up my first build day and putting in over 60 hours of sweat equity along with my team, I committed to a build day every single year. And except for the limitations posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, have been able to keep that commitment. Additionally, my passion for Habitat's mission led me to join the board for our Greater Lowell chapter in 2018. I am now in my second term, and the opportunity provides me even greater ability to positively impact our community. Everything from the restore, where items are donated and then sold to generate build revenue, to family selection process, to organizing our yearly gala, to using my skills as a leader to continue to move Habitat for Humanity of Greater Lowell into the future. I feel both blessed and honored to support Habitat's mission all year long, and of course continue to participate in builds and fundraising to keep that mission going.
Volunteering and giving back is not only vital to the community, Cisco encourages us to take time off to do things much like this. Cisco calls it a time to give. It's an actual program that we run, sponsored by our CEO and our leadership team, where they encourage us to get out and give back to the community. Additionally, with COVID impacting low-income families disproportionately during these times, giving back could never be more important.
Hi, I'm Melissa.
And Melissa.
We are the current partner family for the 930 Main Street build
in Concord, Mass.
We are very much looking forward to establishing a home in Concord, and we are very lucky to be working with all of the companies and organizations that have come out to support the build and work with us hand in hand. Some of our favorite things have been
using the really big saw and just being brave and embracing it and being able to help build new closets and construction within the home.
I'd say my favorite thing has been that I am a huge proponent of community. Having 2 young children We are constantly teaching them the importance of not only being part of community, but also networking and using those resources so that we can establish a solid foundation in place that we feel connected and part of. And so I would say definitely having all of the volunteers and team members that have come on site have given us an opportunity to slowly print and plant ourselves more and more into the community.
I would say it's been such a rewarding experience being there and being able to work on our own home, seeing it being taken apart, just the wood frames and being able to see it come together has been the most amazing experience, and knowing we're a part of it and that we have all these amazing volunteers that come out and help us. It's been so nice being able to meet people, connect, tell them our story, where we've been, and how we never thought we would own a home, and how big this is for our family, how life-changing it is.
I think the two of us just really want to say thank you so much to all the volunteers and to the corporate sponsors that have been there for us and supported us and have continued to help us ensure that our home is built successfully and that we can plant ourselves there.
If you would like more information on Company Build Day and corporate engagement with Habitat for Humanity of Greater Lowell, please contact us at info@lowellhabitat.org or give us a call at 978-692-0927, extension 610. We'd be happy to have you partner with us, and thank you for joining us today.